Maungela in custody. Today is the 11th of July 2024. Presiding officer, Mr. Bosho, prosecutor, Mr. Puchan, the interpreter, Mr. Swako, Matlakai. Apologies. The accused is represented by Advocate Maseto.
Good afternoon, masterminds. Afternoon. Me and Njabula is back again. But today we are going to discuss another case. It's the case of Bafana whom I was never convinced that he was the one who committed that crime. Me and Jabs have been discussing this case for a while, and since we are not people who are doing speculations, we decided to hold back on this until we can find something tangible that we can bring, some evidence that we can bring that might actually exonerate Bafana from that case. This evidence has been hidden or kept away from the public by the NPA. And, we have a way of information have a way of finding us. So today, Njabula are going to tell us what is this information, what is this evidence, and how it could impact this case. Over to you, Njabs. Can you please tell us, what do you have for us today?
Yes, good afternoon, Suspect. Good people, let me share the screen again, the recording. It's a clip. Let's hear.
Your worship, that's my role.
Have a nice day. Thank you. Mr. Mapiri is...
Your worship, may I excuse you?
You're most welcome. Thank you, sir.
You see, Suspect, last year, or when this case, boom, we're all shocked that there's a video footage, there's a person undressed, the deceased, wear the clothes, and we have this young man who's very fluent in English. We had stories about him coming from this family, and then you have a story that comes at a very sensitive point in South Africa where women are subjected to violent crimes. Now, I was just conflicted, Suspect, because as much as we don't condone any form of violence against women, the story was just too perfect for me. I remember doing the few TikTok lives, or people says, no, Gaza Nation, please comment. I said, nah, I can't comment. This thing is just too perfect. Before we can show this evidence that is being circulated on the media, Suspect, is that why I said it was too perfect. The script was well-written script, which then put me into a position of this guy, in a short period of time, did he really end the life of this teacher? But his arrest, it's like when you see the outfit that he went and wear this thing. Now, something strange that happened in that court, Sis Pet. When you listen to the judge, the magistrate, when you listen to them, they allowed this young man to proceed incriminating himself, saying all these things that he was saying on the bail hearing. This is what I found the person, and then I realized I'm touching the body. I took the clothes and I wore it. Now, I'm not sure whether the size are the same between the teacher and this guy, whether they can wear the same size of t-shirt. I'm not a size specialist, so I cannot really comment on that. But what is important, this is Pet, was that what was presented to us was just too perfect. It's either, I said to people who are close to me, it's either this young man knows what really happened, but we must accept that he didn't do it. But I think this is a form of distraction. Now, number two is lawyers, and nothing was taken. And there was also lack of information about the teacher. There wasn't even much information about the teacher as well. So now, for me, then I started getting worried. What then the social media was able to do was to tell us about all the dirty laundries about the guy. How the guy has been abusing women, how the guy, you see, then for me, Sis Pet, then I started thinking, are we missing something here or what? Then guess what? I think that's when you spoke to me about this document. I will want you to read it.
Okay, this is a letter, yeah, from the Office of the Head Forensic Science Laboratory.
No, you can proceed, Sis Pet.
Okay, yeah, it's coming from Pretoria, and the date is 2024-03-13, means it's the 13 March 2024, and sentence case 797-10-2023. And then it says the samples with respect to the above mentioned case has been received and analyzed by the laboratory. Please note, in addition to the attached report, the following: no semen and blood was detected from the plastic bag and plastic item. Then in brackets is PA 4005898 922 close bracket. No blood was detected from the head and pair of sneakers is the same reference number, as well as the cap, same reference number. No hair roots was detected. The reference numbers are not the same. Obviously, it's different evidence bags with different items. So the second one was no blood was detected from the head and pair of sneakers. And then the reference number is PAR 000679907, as well as the cap PA 40058989922. No hair roots was detected on the head. PAR 000679907. You are welcome to contact the undersigned should you have any questions in this regard by quoting the above lab number. And then it was signed on behalf of the Forensic Science Laboratory, OKL.
Yes, I'm going to stop there.
Yes.
So that people will find context what we were talking about. What was the last moment? We must say big ups to MDTV here.
MDN.
For MDN TV,
yeah,
yes.
MDN TV. Credits to MDN TV.
Yes. So now, Suspect, I'm just going to go and zoom here to the video footage.
7 seconds. Couple entering. Okay. Let's move to 8:07, 14 seconds. This is just to show how busy it was. School, yeah. Deceased. Passing.
This is the deceased that we're speaking about.
And it should be shown getting into the sports club. Gets into the sports club. Is she already in?
What Mastermind must also pay attention, yes, Suspect. You'll see the digital time frame. This is 8:07. That's the time in the morning.
8:07, you can simply say 62. She's already in. Then, where were we? 80. Then let's go to 8:08, 49.
I'm waiting for this time here. 8:08:49. That's the time here you're looking for.
49, there's the accused. Walking on the left side of the road. Passes the boom gate. 8:09. Still on the left side. Then he moves at 8:09, 40 seconds, 41, 42, 43, 45, there we are, 46. Looks at the board, gets in. Okay? That would have been at 8:09, around about 26 seconds. Now, just have a look at wait a bit. Just hold it there. Just hold it there. Just go back a little bit. After he entered, you will see that the video is then taken back again to 8:06, 35 seconds. Let's go to 8:06, 35 seconds. 8:09, 35 seconds, please. There, the video, did you see that? Let's stop at that again. 8:06, 8:06, 35 seconds. Five seconds. Now it's taken back to 8:06.
This is the time here.
That's interference, obviously, but we'll argue that point. Let's go to then minute later, after 8:06, the video of an old man with a red and black shirt enters. You'll see now. There's another man entering. there. There's someone entering. There are some people entering who are different to the ones who came before. I mean, in clothing. Okay. You see, there is also another man entering. Okay. Now, I think, without wasting much time, Your Worship, we have seen at what time and what happened. I'm in the court's, I'm in the hands of the court. Does the court want me still to continue, or I can show pictures?
So, I suspect immediately when I saw that when the case was being started, I said, you know what, something is not adding up there, because one, there is no way that you can stitch a video to overlap as a form of evidence, because now you've now created a new type of a video. It's no longer the same in its same format. So it means that now you may have like inserted things in between. Do you understand? So even the people who are running in there, you can't even believe that those were actual people that were running at that specific time, because now it's like you may have actually inserted a clip inside a particular time frame. So that alone was purely editing. But then now, what is the responsibility of why then the guy said he saw the body, this is what he did? If then he was honest about what he did, how come the state did not want to work with him to find who could have been a suspect? I suspected that the delay was a deliberate cause to actually make sure that any possible evidence is perhaps maybe erased that could have led to the arrest of the real perpetrators. Whether, do I say the guy is clean? Hell no, I'm not saying that's suspect. I'm definitely not saying that. I'm saying that it's like a reverse of Spaza Shop. It's like he was there at a particular time and he touched the body. So why will you go on and touch the body? If he's that influential in English, the way he's educated and you know what, then we hear that also that his academic was terrible as well. So for me, I'm not judging in terms of whether he's right or wrong, but I'm just saying that if he said he didn't do it, but he touched the body, the state ought to have allowed him out on bail, tried to work with him. There's a lot of ways that the state could have done to actually monitor him, basically, and see whether are there any people that are talking to him, who spoke to him previous days, previous week, what was his lifetime looking like? So yeah, I suspect, I think for me, we'll go further in detail at a later stage. But for now, it was just interesting that we saw that DNA information that you're talking about. The story around this DNA information, it's not that it only appeared now, because you can see on the documents, Pat, that we that was shown or leaked, basically. When you look at it, it has, you are muted, Pat. It has this number, A42. So A42, it means that it's information that was taken from a docket.
Yes.
So whoever leaked the information basically took it from a docket, basically.
Mm.
So now why was that missed by his previous attorney? I don't know.
Mm.
Why the state did not actually do it, I don't know. If then the state knew, the IO knew that there was also another suspect in there, which means it's a foreign, maybe suspect, you know better. What does it mean when it says foreign DNA? And because I'm also hearing female there.
Foreign DNA means that it was the DNA. Foreign DNA means the DNA of someone else, or it's not the DNA of the deceased. According to my understanding, it means that there was no foreign DNA found on the deceased, meaning there was no other DNA found. But the most important thing here is that the DNA is excluding Bafana.
Yes. So now that means that's the information that the state
Yes.
will have informed the magistrate while presenting a document. So this is a set indictment suspect for all three actors in this incident: his lawyers, the state prosecutor, as well as the magistrate. Because if this information was there, that means none of them read it.
Exactly.
None of them read it. So now we have instances where people go to court unprepared. Who's going to suffer suspect if then this guy is suing? It's you
Absolutely.
and I, the taxpayers' money.
Mm.
The magistrate should not be exonerated from this.
No,
He
it's
or
not.
she ought to have read this thing and say, but what you guys are talking about, what does this mean? It's rubbish, suspect, what has since happened here. They've played with the country's emotions.
Mm.
And these are the things that is real masterminds that we need to actually unpack, because I know from the dark web that on the next episode about this participant, I will detail the journey, how even this information actually came to be about to be raised about this thing. So
Wow.
people will be shocked because I'm still trying to get these things from the dark web.
And
Because
that,
it wasn't that, sorry to tell you, it wasn't straightforward when the information was requested. I think when I hear that even the information was found in the High Court, not even the magistrate, because apparently magistrates in Alexander, they were saying the system was not working, the informations were not there. There were stories around that. But you know what? I'm gonna come through with more information on that. It's not. You see, that's when it becomes suspicious, suspect that it wasn't a clear cut information, because people, we get anonymous notifications, suspect, that are telling us when we go to people we know about a particular version, and then they don't confirm or reject it, then you know that you've got something. But if then they reject it, then you know that, you know what, you are on your own. But if a person doesn't reject your version, doesn't confirm it, it means that there's something in it. So I can tell you, real masterminds, that, you know what, this case is far from over, but I still maintain that what was presented to us was too perfect. I think on next episode, suspect, we will go in detail about when, what, who, basically. Thank you.
Jobs, it's sad that someone's life. You know, I remember what Judge Erasmus said. He was, at some point, he was telling the state. He told them, he said, you know what? These are people's lives. These people are going to have to go to jail for the rest of their lives. We cannot play with people's lives. Now here we have a situation of Bafana. We have a situation where someone died. If the DNA excluded Bafana, that means that there are still someone out there who are unaliving people, and that person had been set free by the state themselves. And then we find our lawyers who are not representing us properly in courts, and they allow us to go through all this while there's evidence that can exclude us from the particular crime. Then we have magistrates who also sit with information, but they are not interested to honor their oath of office. And I mean, how on earth can a magistrate have the docket in front of him with the evidence that is excluding the accused, and he says nothing? So it means that this young boy was sacrificed to carry the burden of some psychopath or some serial killer out there, and with the approval of these people who didn't say anything. So many people out there are going through this on a daily basis. We just don't know about it because their cases are not being broadcasted publicly. But we know so many people are going to jail, are being accused. Maybe you were at some point, you were at the wrong time, at the wrong place, and all of a sudden you find yourself being accused of committing such a hideous crime. And you rely on the courts, you rely on the state, you rely on your lawyers to defend you, and they don't do that. And hence that there are other people who are resorting to defending themselves. Remember, when you are in prison, it's very difficult to challenge a conviction, and you rely on maybe your family, your friends, and whoever who knows you to fight for you. But people also get tired. And I really want to say that those who are standing, because at some point, some people might just say, you know what, maybe he or she did commit a crime, because they are also fighting a losing battle. These fights are not for free. You are paying lots and lots and lots of money. And we have a broken state. Our state are broken. And we, as ordinary citizens of South Africa, are under threat because we can be arrested at any point in time and stand in court as an accused for crime we never committed. Masterminds, we just wanted to bring this information under your attention. We just decided to digress a little today, but this is very, very important information. We will be, as Njab say, we will analyze, we'll come with more information, and we will also make some comparisons in terms of the other case, of the Senzo Miwa case. So thank you so much for watching. You know what to do when you come in the house. You like, you subscribe, and you share. Don't keep the information for yourself. Caring is sharing. Let's share the information so that everyone must get educated to know one day when they are faced with such a challenge, and you can refer back to all these cases, and you will know what to do at the end of the day. And Jabs, can you come back to greet our viewers? And we promise we will be back with more information. And Jabs, it seems like Jabs has left me. I'm alone here. So I'm also going to stop it here. I'm going to greet you and I'm going to wish you a very, very, very good evening further. Bye, masterminds.